Hola, soy Señorita Luplow. I am your child's Spanish teacher, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what you should expect from this class this trimester. So, on my screen, you can see how each week is set up in Schoology and each day. As you can see, each week is set up by dates, and then each day has a folder, and each day folder has an attendance check-in, a classwork, and a homework. So each day, whether your students are in the classroom or at home learning, they can easily navigate this class. Attendance, I'm sure other teachers have told you if they don't check in the first 10 minutes of class, then they are marked absent. So the attendance check-in is always in this blue folder. It's always something simple and usually related to a question in our Spanish homework that week. Next, you'll see classwork. This is literally everything they need for that class period. And I'll use my pen so you guys can see it. The lesson, and usually this first lesson is me just explaining what's expected of them each day. So that's usually the first video. Typically, I'll encourage them to review their vocab flashcards each day for at least 10 minutes. How this course is set up, and I'll explain that a little bit later, is the first week is going to be vocabulary from a certain chapter. The next week is grammar from that same chapter. So we'll spend 2 weeks on a chapter. We're going to get through chapter 6, I believe, and that's how it's going to be split up. But obviously the vocab is super important to that grammar week, so it's important that they learn it and that they know it. Then we got some activities. As you can see, there will be other lessons kind of varied throughout the classwork where videos for them to watch. So here we got a time one. Here we have one about weather in Spanish. So really it just depends what we're learning that day. Then if there's ever homework, it's going to be in that white folder. And obviously their homework was this last Wednesday was vocab pronunciation. I like them to practice it just so that they can get a feel for speaking Spanish as well as we read it and listen and understand it, I guess. So I'm going to move my screen over here to my syllabus. Hopefully you guys all saw this because the assignment was they sign it, have a parent sign it, so fingers crossed that they're in their forged signatures. Here's my extension, and actually I encourage kids, if they need to call me, if they need help, I'd rather have them just call me on my classroom phone than an email. And typically we're on the computer anyway while kids are doing work, so that's my extension, and I would love them to do that. So overview of this course, introductory class. Even if they had Spanish all through the grades, we kind of start thinking they know nothing. Because there are students in the class that really have never had a Spanish class before, we need to start from ground zero. But if they did learn it in the past, then bonus points for them. Hopefully this class is going to be a little bit easier. So my goal is just prepare them for Spanish 1B and beyond. I want to make it fun because though I'm a Spanish teacher, it wasn't always a blast in high school for me, and so I want to change that because I want to show them what they can do and what they're capable of when they learn a language. There's many activities we're going to do. Obviously, it's going to look different here in the middle of the pandemic, but if you're curious, the list is there. I encourage them to have index cards because an assignment each week is create a Quizlet or create flashcards for their vocab, and physical flashcards are honestly way better than an online flashcards in my opinion. All right, so for their textbook, it's an online textbook. They have an app. They have a login, so it is there for them. We usually do worksheets from it and stuff. You can see the grading scale. We'll do assessments each week. Something huge that I want you to realize here is I do let them redo and retake certain assignments or tests. So the only thing is if they want to retake a test, then they need to turn in every assignment from that unit or from that chapter before retaking the test. So that's Spanish 1A. There also is another Spanish 1A teacher in the building, and we basically do the same things each week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. Let me just tell you that I love having your child in class, whoever they are, and hopefully it's going to be a great trimester. Thanks for watching.